Hello, welcome back. Good evening. Let's try to continue. I have watched the Danish news, early evening news, 6:30 p.m. and was news about Denmark will donate like hundreds old Leopard 1 tanks together with Germany and the Netherlands. But they are not very good tanks because the armor is very thin. Armor is like 10 to 70 millimeters. So the crew inside this old Leopard 1 tank will be in big danger because of all this anti-tanks weapons, all kind of anti-tanks weapons like rockets and drones and stuff. But I think there was kind of general and leader from the Danish army said that this old Leopard 1 tanks was even better with some of the old Russian tanks they were using. So these tanks could do different on the battlefields. But why not give them some more modern third generation, give them some Leopard 2 M1 Abrams tanks I'm reading about. But there's many hundreds of old M1 Abrams. I think the old M1 Abrams is better than the old Leopard 1. United States have many thousand of this old Abrams M1. But let's read again. I have 6 videos on this camcorder on like 2 hours. I have to read from the top because I was watching. If you close this and move around, you cannot just continue. We can only read from the top, so let's read all these variants. And that's really many. And I forgot to get something to drink, some juice. Let's do that. But I have 6 videos on the memory cards. And I will make a Danish, after I read this in English, I will make a kind of Danish video. When I talk in my own language, Danish, I will need to read this document like 2 times. This English document, but I don't have time to do that because that will take another 3 hours. So I will have to read it 2 or 3 times so I can remember more. I think many of the country's defense, they will start to send all these old tanks to Ukraine. They will send a lot of all the old tanks, many hundreds of the olds. Then they can get a reason to upgrade, to buy newer, like Leopard 2 tanks. They can say to the public, now we have donated many hundred old tanks to Ukraine now, we need to buy some new tanks. They can say that in the public to the people. They can use it to some kind of political reasons. They can give all the old military equipment, give it away, donate for free to Ukraine. Then say the politician can say, now we have donate all this military equipment, and now we need to buy some new, and now we need many billions of money to do it. So that could be an easy way to have a good public opinion, to use many hundred billions of money to buy new military equipment like tanks and weapons, fighter jets. So they just give all the old stuff away to Ukraine, all the old ammo, all the old weapon and ammunition. They can use it down there. Now then all the governments can say, okay, now we have given so much away, we need to buy some new. Then all the governments can say, now we need to spend many billions of money to buy some new military equipment for the defense, because now we have given so much away to Ukraine. So they use this war in Ukraine to buy new many billions of money to buy new tanks and fighter jets and weapons and missiles, defense systems, many hundreds of millions and billions of money you can use on welfare, on hospitals, on old people and children. So the government, they need a reason, then they can use Ukraine.
A U.S. Army M101 after being offloaded from a U.S. Air Force C-17 at Balad Air Base, Iraq in 2004 combat-ready tank in AC-17. Caused serious logistical problems when deploying the tanks for the First Persian Gulf War. Without area was enough time for 1,848 tanks to be transported by ship. The Marines transported their Marine Air Ground Task Force Abrams tanks by combat ship. A Wasp-class landing helicopter LHD, typically carried a platoon of 4 to 5 tanks attached to the deployed Marine Expeditionary Unit, which were then amphibiously transported to shore by landing craft Aircushion, at one combat-ready tank per landing craft. The Abrams is also transportable by truck, namely the Oshkosh M1070 and M1000 Heavy Equipment Transporter System, HEADS, for the U.S. military. The HEADS can operate on highways, secondary roads, and cross-country. It accommodates the 4 tank crew members. 127. The Australian Army uses customised man trucks to transport its Abrams. 128. The first instance of the Abrams being airlifted directly into a battlefield occurred in October 1993. Following the Battle of Mogadishu, 18 M1 tanks were airlifted by C-5 aircraft to Somalia from Hunter Army Airfield, Georgia. 129, 130, variants and upgrades. XM1 FSED, pre-production test model. 11 full-scale engineering development test bed vehicles were produced in 1977-78. These vehicles were also called pilot vehicles and numbered PV1 through PV11. M1, first production variant. Production began at Chrysler in 1979 and continued to 1985 at General Dynamics, 3,273 built for the U.S. The first 110 tanks were low-rate initial production, LRIP, models, still called XM1S, because they were built before the tank being classified as the M1.M1IP. Improved performance produced briefly in 1984 before the M101. Contained upgrades and reconfigurations like new turret with thicker frontal armor. New turret is referred as long turret instead of older short turret. Armor upgraded from -650mm line of sight thickness to -880mm, 894 built for US. M101 SAD Smiley NB1. Production started in 1985 and continued to 1992. Pressurized NBC system, rear bustle rack for improved stowage of supplies and crew belongings, redesigned blow-off panels and M256 120mm smoothbore cannon, 4,976 built for the U.S. Army, 221 for USMC, 59 M101 AIM sold to Australia. M101HA, heavy armor added first generation depleted uranium armor components. Some tanks were later upgraded with second generation depleted uranium armor components, and are unofficially designated M101HA Plus. M101HC, heavy common added new second generation depleted uranium armor components, digital engine control and other small upgrades common between Army and Marine Corps tanks. M101D, a digital upgrade for the M101HC, to keep up with M102 SEP manufactured in quantity for only 2 battalions. M101 AIM V.1, Abrams Integrated Management, a program whereby older units are era-conditioned to 0-hour conditions. Winking SAD Smiley 131, and the tank is improved by adding forward-looking infrared, flow, and far target locate sensors, a tank infantry phone. Communications gear, including FBCB2 and Blue Force tracking to aid in crew situational awareness, and a thermal sight for the .50 caliber machine gun. 114. M101 AIM V.2 /M101 SAT, situational awareness upgrades similar to AIM V.1 tanks and new third generation depleted uranium armor components. Configuration for the Royal Moroccan Army, which is almost identical to the Australian variant, except exportable turret armor is installed by General Dynamics Land System to replace the DO armor. 132. M101 FEP, firepower enhancement package, similar upgrade to AIM V.2 for USM tanks. M101 KVT, Krasnovian variant tank M101s that have been visually modified to assemble Soviet-made tanks for use at the National Training Center, fitted with MILES gear and a Hoffman device. M101M, an export variant ordered by the Iraqi Army. 133. M101, a DATS upgrade only variant to all USMC General Dynamics M101 Abrams tanks to improve the tank commander's situational awareness with an upgraded thermal sight, color day camera, and a stationary color display. 134. M102, baseline production began in 1992 and initial operating capability achieved in 1993. 135, 77 built for the US and more than 600 M1s upgraded to M102, 315 for Saudi Arabia, 1005 for Egypt, 218 for Kuwait. The M102 offers the tank commander an independent thermal sight and ability to, in rapid sequence, shoot at 2 targets without the need to acquire each one sequentially. Also second generation depleted uranium armor components. 136, M102 SEP, system enhancement package is fitted with new, second generation gunner's thermal sight. 137, has upgraded third generation depleted uranium armor components with graphite coating. 240 new built, 300 M102s upgraded to M102 SEP 4th US, also unknown numbers of upgraded basic M1s and M1 IPs, also 400 oldest M101s upgraded to M102 SEP. M102s, Saudi package Saudi Arabian variant upgrade of the M102 based on M102 SEP, with some features, such as depleted uranium armor, believed to be missing and replaced by special armor. 442 M102s upgraded to M102s. 138, 139. M102 SEP V2, added common remotely operated weapon station as standard, color displays, improved interfaces, a new operating system, improved front and side armor with ERA, Tusk kit, tank infantry phone as standard, and an upgraded transmission for better durability. M1A2 SEPV3, formerly M1A2C, has increased power generation and distribution, better communications and networking, new vehicle health management system, VHMS, and line replaceable modules, LRMs, for improved maintenance, an ammunition data link, ADL, to use airburst rounds, improved counter-IED armor package, improved FLI using long and mid-wave infrared, a low-profile CROS RWS, next generation armor package, NGAP 140, and an auxiliary power unit, APU, under armor to run electronics while stationary instead of the engine, visually distinguishing the version by a small exhaust at the left rear. More passive ballistic protection added to the turret faces, along with new explosive reactive armor mountings, Abrams reactive armor tile, ARIT 141, and trophy active protection systems added to the turret sides. Prototypes began testing in 2015, 142, and the first were delivered in October 2017. 143. The first unit received them in July 2020. M1A2T, special configuration variant of the M1A2 SEPV3 reportedly being offered for sale to Taiwan as of March 2019 and approved by U.S. State Department as of July 2019. 144. Per DSCA statement, it is roughly equivalent to M1A2 SEPV3, except pleated uranium armor is replaced by FMS export armor. There is no mention of the trophy APS system. The new build tanks will be produced at Anniston Army Depot, Anniston, Alabama, and the Joint Systems Manufacturing Center, Lima, Ohio. 145. 146. M1A2 SEPV4, formerly M1A2D, under development as of the 29th of March 2022. 147. The Commander's primary sight, also known as the Commander's Independent Thermal Viewer, and Gunner's primary sight will be upgraded with 3rd Gen flow, an improved laser rangefinder and color cameras. Additional improvements will include advanced meteorological sensors, laser warning forward/detection receivers, directional smoke grenade launchers, and integration of the new XM1147 Advanced Multipurpose AMP 120 tank round. 148, 149, 150, 151. The N/VVR4 laser warning receiver and Rosie rapid obscurant system have been trialed by the U.S. Army for adoption on the Abrams tank and Bradley fighting vehicle. 152, 153, 154. M1A2K, under development, unique variant for the Kuwaiti Army, slated to replace Kuwait's current M1A2 fleet. 155. Tank Test Bed, TTB, prototype TACOM project begun in 1983 with unmanned turret, 3 crew members in armored capsule in front of the heavy armored hull. Main armament was 120mm smoothbore gun M256, mechanical loading system under turret. 156. Component Advanced Technology Test Bed, CATB, was an experimental model with AXM291 140mm smoothbore cannon, 157, heavy armored turret and upgraded hull based on Abrams chassis. It had a mechanical loading system in turret bustle, a new engine and probably other upgrades, never fielded. The tank went into trials in 1987-88. 158. Abrams X at a USA 2022. Abrams X is a technology demonstrator, 159, of the M1 Abrams series by General Dynamics Land Systems. Abrams features an autoloader, unmanned turret, which reduces the crew to 3, a hybrid diesel-electric power pack that gives 50% more fuel efficiency, a 30mm chain gun in a remote weapons station, active protection systems, augmented